Right, well, there's always something going on in the royal household, and this week has been no different. And every Saturday I love to give you a rundown, and who better to do so than royal biographer Angela Levin. Angela, welcome.
Hello,
right,
thank you.
Shall we start with Prince Harry, because it's coming up to his 40th birthday?
Yes, it's his 40th...
Is it the 15th, which is...
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
His 40th birthday is tomorrow. Very different from his 30th, where he was at home and he had a big party that his brother organised. No family be with him. But he has said the most ridiculous things, I think. One of them is that he wants to do... His aim is to... He's committed to make the world a better place. That's a ludicrous thing to say, frankly.
Why?
Because he can...
What's ludicrous about?
Because he wants to do small things, and it's a nonsense. No, it's never going to happen. It's not true.
But that's a nice thing to say. Like, if I said I want to make the world a better place, some people might think, "Oh, isn't that lovely of her to say that?"
No, I don't think they would, Anna. Because
but then you say that.
It's a nonsense, isn't it? The trouble with him now is that he's no fault. He does nothing wrong. Nothing is wrong with him. And he was still arguing about his father, with his father, and his brothers and his sister-in-law, and he thinks that they were the ones who should give up, and he isn't. And I think it's a real tragedy. He's very happy that he's got his children, he said. He thinks he's very delighted, and they're the best birthday present he can have. And then he's going up the mountain in America with certain friends, and no Meghan. I think it's very interesting that he's doing that.
I can't help laughing at the first bit where he said he wants to make the world a better place. If you want to make it a better place, why don't you go see your dad? Meghan can go see her dad. You can all be nice about it and stop writing memoirs slagging everybody else off.
Well, that's right, you see. I mean, with his Spare, which is coming out as a paperback soon, I hope he takes out all that nasty stuff that he's written about them. I don't think he will, but then why can he possibly imagine that they would want him? The reason he doesn't get to see his father is, one, because he demands it when it suits him, which is wrong, because you say to your father, especially as he's unwell, you say, when will it suit you? But he never does that. He actually feels he's right, and I think that that's what that Meghan has poured into him. Like she said that when they went to Australia, soon after they were married, that... she thought it was appalling that they didn't pay them.
Yeah, I mean, that was... I remember that. That was an old story. But
yes, it's an old story, but that's what he's lived on ever since. He's very cross.
But he's a 40-year-old man, and he should be able to do... It can't all be Meghan's fault. He has to take responsibility. And I'm not defending her. I'm just saying that he's making ridiculous decisions. Nobody's speaking out of his mouth. He's speaking them.
Yes, he's speaking of them.
It's coming out of his mouth.
That's right, yes.
Should we go on to the nastiness about the Catherine video? I can't imagine that you could even be nasty about this beautiful video. What on earth is going on?
I thought it was delightful. I think there is a campaign against her. I don't know why. And I think that it's appalling, and I think she's behaved so graciously. And it's lovely to see a family who really love each other and play. You can tell with children, they're not going to pretend that they're having a lovely time, but they enjoyed themselves in the outside with nature. And Charlotte, who adores her mother, was there with her all the time. I think she was looking after her. She's a wonderful little girl. And she was let the others run, and she was often with her mother.
Now, I know you've got something to disclose that nobody knows, but before she does that, let's play you a little bit of that video and then wait with bated breath, because there's something that nobody knows, and Angela has it. Stay with us.
I don't think anybody knows.
You lead the way.
As the summer comes to an end, I cannot tell you what a relief it is to have finally completed my chemotherapy treatment. Doing what I can to stay cancer-free is now my focus. Although I have finished chemotherapy, my path to healing and full recovery is long, and I must continue to take each day as it comes.
Oh, we love Catherine, isn't she amazing?
We do. Now,
so
the two things, yes. We see that she has a white butterfly in her hand that flies off. And I'm very fascinated by butterflies, and they're a symbol of transformation, rebirth, hope, freedom and love, right? And she also had a white feather, which also blew away, and that is for trust, honour, strength, wisdom and freedom. So she wouldn't have just held them for anything. That's what she's feeling at the moment. She's trying to be strong, and she's trying to stay in love, and she's actually needing those things to help her carry on and get better. Oh. What do you think of that?
We love that, because the thing is, this is the thing, isn't it? I do, in some ways, feel for Meghan, because Catherine is literally perfect. What do you do with that? Meghan must be seething seeing this, but I would like to see them all reconcile and all be nice and friendly and happy, but that's just
impossible.
Not
it's not going to happen, because they won't give in, and Meghan and Harry won't give in an inch, and I think the royal family have had enough of it. But what's interesting now is that, you know, Meghan and Harry pay magazines to say nice things about them.
Never. How do you know that?
I do know that. But the Hollywood Reporter has decided to say what they think, and they've gone on about how difficult she is. She is known as Duchess Difficult, and she holds Harry as if he was a prisoner, and she belittles people, and they're both of them are poor decision makers, and she marches around as if she's a dictator in high heels, barking orders.
Where was this?
This is a paper called Hollywood Reporter.
And they've actually put that in there?
They've put that in there,
wow.
Yes. So now we see that people are not going to pretend that she's Miss Lovely, and actually going to bring out the truth now. This has been going on since she was still in Buckingham Palace, and the staff kept leaving. But the staff are leaving and leaving and leaving because they just can't bear it.
Well, what about Prince George learning to fly?
Yeah.
Obviously not on his own. He's not going to get in the plane.
No, he's 11. Right, and he's had flying lessons. He wants to be like his dad. It's the sweetest thing. Prince Philip started flying when he was 31. William and Harry didn't fly until they'd been in the military. But William was a trained helicopter pilot, and he did a lot of search and rescue to save people's lives if they were ill. And now little George, I think they're doing something that's really wonderful for him. It'll be really exciting. And you can't imagine it, really, but it's old enough to do that. I'd be terrified if it was my son, aged 11.
I'd be terrified. But it's ironic, isn't it?
With his dad, it's a very nice thing to do, because they are similar, and you can see that he loves him really hugely, and they like going to football together and all those boys' things. And this is another boys' thing that's a lovely thing for him to do.
It's lovely, isn't it? And possibly what he didn't get when he was young in terms of his relationship with his father. But you know what? It's interesting that William will be flying the search and rescue helicopter, but Harry will be flying the Apache and shooting everyone down. Angela Levin, thank you very much. Lovely to talk to you.